Today's Murli, sweet children, break off all relationships in this impure world and connect your intellects in yoga with the one Father, and you will not be defeated by Maya. The sweet children, break off all relationships. So breaking off, right? Just slowly letting them, working on attachment. It's just break off relationship. So it doesn't mean you break it off physically, but let it not consume your intellect, your mind, those relationships that you cannot remember Baba. So break them off mentally, from emotionally. Question: what is the reason why there are so many obstacles in this sacrificial fire, even though the Almighty Father is with you? According to the drama, obstacles have to come because only when there are obstacles from the devils in this sacrificial fire can the urn of sin become full. So it has to go to the extreme depths of hell. It has to be the complete, total degradation of the Iron Age. There's so much sin that no more, the earth cannot hold any more sin. The world cannot bear any more sin. Right? So until it reaches that point, nothing can be done. So yes, slowly the entropy is happening, but at the end, it has to be at its like fag end, that Baba has to come and then uplift everybody until everybody's down from soul world. Every last soul has come down from the soul world, played his part of complete impurity, complete sin. Until that happens, uh, nothing can happen, nothing can be overturned. So yeah, obstacles will come because souls have to play their part right to the end, uh, commit all the sins, do everything, and then Baba come in and redeem everyone. So until that happens, obstacles will come because they have a chance to play their part. They're just playing their part of whatever defects they have. You know, they're just doing their thing without aware. But why are you taking sorrow from that? They're just playing their part. You not able being to tolerate, and you're not being able to, stay in your own happiness, contentment. And that's telling of you, not of them. They're just playing their part. So they have to also come. The last Iron Age soul, they have to take their birth, they have to play their part. And until everybody has played their part, committed all the sin, nobody can go home. Yeah, it's as simple as that. So, yeah, because of that, obstacles will come. But you don't have to get wallowed up in that, drowned in that, and just stay in the boat, like Baba says. So the father cannot do anything about this. It is fixed in the drama. There will be obstacles, but you mustn't be afraid of them. Doesn't matter how big the obstacle is in your mind, versus don't be afraid of it. It will pass. Song: Who is the mother and who is the father? Uppercase M and F. Om Shanti. You children heard the orders of the unlimited Father. You have relationships with your mama and babas of this world on a physical level, because there is first attachment through the body to the mother, then the father, and then to friends and relatives, etc. So that's the order. First attachment is obviously to the mother, she's the closest, then to the father, then to friends and relatives. The unlimited Father says, break your intellect's yoga away from your mothers and fathers of this world. Hardest attachment to break is to the mother. She's the closest to you physically, who takes care of you. So that relationship is the hardest to break. Have no further connection with this world, because all of those relationships are dirty, iron-aged ones. Jagat means the world. Break your yoga with impure relationships away from this impure world and connect to me alone, and then connect it to the new world, because you now have to come to me. In order to break those relationships, first you have to understand and then, I guess, accept why those relationships are impure. Unless you have understanding of why those relationships are causing you damage, harm, because they're impure, you will never break those relationships. So first you have to understand why they're impure, why they're the cause of your sorrow, and why you give sorrow and take sorrow because of those relationships. You will not make effort to break those relationships. If you're still taking happiness, which is obviously temporary happiness, then you're not going to break those relationships. It is just a question of forging a relationship. There is nothing else to it. There is no difficulty in doing this. Once you understand, there is no difficulty in doing this. Those who receive directions will forge a relationship. In the golden age, relationships are good at first. They are sato pradhan. In the golden age, relationships are good at first. They are sato pradhan. Then as you continue to come down, the relationships of happiness gradually decrease. So all those relationships of parents, siblings, friends, relatives, this to slowly start to give less and less happiness because you are less and less happy. Then as you continue to come down, the relationships of happiness gradually decrease. Now you have to break away completely from all your relationships in this old world. So some who still have fairly good relationships with your parents or siblings will have a harder time breaking those attachments, even though they're just disguised, right, as happiness. They're not truly happy. But those who didn't have good relationship with their parents, even those are attachment, but they are on the opposite side. Right? You have repulsion to those relationships. So even that you remember as an attachment. And then you cannot forge a relationship with Baba because of that. So all those relationships need to be broken. They have to be understood why you've created those and break those relationships. So now you have to break away completely from all your relationships in this old world. The Father says, forge a relationship with me. Follow Srimad and break off all bodily relationships. Destruction has to take place. You children understand that the Father, who is called the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, also does service according to the drama. He too is bound by the bondage of this drama. People believe that God is the Almighty Authority, just as they believe that Sri Krishna is also the Almighty Authority. They have given Sri Krishna a discus of self-realization. They believe that he cuts the throats of devils with that.
So what stops you from understanding this point that God is bound by the drama? I mean, you know he has a part, so he has to play a part, so he is bound by the drama. But you resist that. Your heart resists that. Why? It's a bhakti sanskar.
Believe that God can take away all of my sins, no matter what I've done bad. He'll take it away.
That you want and expect him to do that because in bhakti you prayed for that. And you should never have been praying to God to ask him to do things for you. Should only have been asking God for inspiration, touchings, ideas, solutions, or to empower you. So when you do that as a Brahmin, you're just replaying those old sanskars. And every single Brahmin that left got disenchanted with any place, not just left Gyan. There's bhakti going on there. Why?
They're not willing to make the effort to change the scenario. They're waiting for Baba to do it for them.
They want Baba, or they believe if I just go and change locations, the karmas will change, the sanskars will change. But you know that's not possible. And they all heard all of that too. But when you get so scared, you can't face and can't remember those points. You don't apply them because you haven't really been applying them through your Brahmin life. So then when your karma comes up and you get scared, you think the solution is go somewhere else, when actually, if you were empowered, you would say, finally that sanskara has come up. Now I can face it and finish it, which should be the only attitude. So this is what's missing in the weaker souls.
However, they don't understand that deities cannot possibly carry out acts of violence. They just cannot do that. It is said of the deities that they observed the supreme religion of non-violence. How could they have been violent? People sat and wrote whatever came into their minds. They've defamed religion so much. The Father says there's as much truth in those scriptures as there is salt in a sack full of flour. It is also written that the sacrificial fire of the knowledge of Rudra was created and devils created obstacles in that there were assaults on innocent women. That is written correctly. You now understand what is true and what is false in the scriptures. God himself says there will definitely be obstacles in this sacrificial fire of the knowledge of Rudra. This is fixed in the drama. It isn't that because God is with you, he will remove your obstacles. If that was the case, he would be able to remove everybody's obstacles.
And it would be Satyug.
He can't do it just for one or two or a group, then he has to do for everybody. Take away everybody's karma. Then what have we learned from, performing those karmas? What have we learned? We didn't change ourselves. We didn't change our sanskars. Then why do we deserve to come into Satyug? So what could the Father do about that? It has to happen within the drama. It is only when all of them create obstacles that the urn of sins can become full. The Father explains that only what is fixed to happen in the drama will happen. There will definitely be obstacles by devils because our kingdom is being established. For half a cycle, people become those with such tamopradhan and corrupt intellects in the kingdom of Maya. It is the Father's duty to make them elevated. It takes half a cycle to make you degraded. Then the Father elevates you in a second. It doesn't take long to have faith. There are many good children who have faith and they quickly make a promise. But Maya too is very powerful. She brings one storm or another to your mind. Make effort not to put those into practice. All of you are making effort. You haven't yet reached your karmatit stage. Something or other happens through your physical senses. Until you reach your karmatit stage, there will definitely be obstacles in between. So you can bet that right till the end, until you become karmatit, there will be one obstacle or another. The Father has explained by making effort, you will reach your karmatit stage by the end. Then your bodies will no longer be able to remain. This is why it takes time. There is one obstacle or another. In some cases, Maya even defeats you. This is boxing. You wish to stay in remembrance of Baba, but you're unable to do so. In the little time that remains, you gradually have to adopt that stage. No one becomes a king at birth. A baby has to grow up gradually. This too takes time. There is now very little time left. Everything depends on the efforts you make. You have to pay such attention that no matter what happens, you will definitely claim your inheritance from the Father. You will confront Maya. This is why you make a promise. Maya is no less. Soon as you make a promise, Maya is there to test you on your promise. She comes in the most trivial forms. She uses a lot of force in front of those who are powerful. So with powerful, she becomes powerful. These things are not mentioned in the scriptures. The Father says, I am now explaining them to you, children. You receive salvation from the Father. There is then no further need for this knowledge. You did receive salvation through this knowledge. The golden age is called salvation. So, sweetest children, you have been given your aim. You also understand that according to the drama, it takes time for the tree to grow. Many obstacles are created. There has to be change. You have to change from shells into diamonds. There is the difference of day and night. Even today, people continue to build temples to the deities. You Brahmins won't build temples because that belongs to the path of devotion. The world doesn't know that the path of devotion is now to end, and there will be victory for the path of this knowledge. Only you children understand this. People think that the Iron Age is still in its infancy. For them, everything depends on the scriptures. The Father sits here and explains to you children the secrets of all the Vedas and scriptures.
Think
So-
how much karma the soul who wrote the scriptures has for writing incomplete or incorrect things that Baba said in a book. And how many people acted on the basis of that from the time when religion was in a seed and then now is a big tree. And karma upon karma. And then that influences another karma. They teach it to somebody else. Can you understand why religions have to be destroyed by the end? They cause so much damage, so much corruption, so much loss, so much misinformation. Basically, he's saying that the scriptures are lies. A pinch of salt in a sack full of flour, which means 99.99% untrue, lies.
So Father says, forget all of those things that you have been studying until now. No one receives salvation through them. Although you have been receiving temporary happiness through those, it's not possible that you will receive constant happiness, absolute happiness, complete happiness. Through those, it's not possible that you would receive constant happiness. That is momentary happiness. People are in sorrow. They don't even know that there is no name or trace of sorrow in the Golden Age. They have also written such things about that place that Kans, the devil, used to exist in the land of Krishna, that there was this and that Sri Krishna was born in a jail.
If you come at the end and get knowledge, many of you come late, but you didn't come at the end. That means you had to go through that much sorrow, degradation, experience that before you would get the relief of Baba's nectar, of Baba's knowledge to, as a balm to take away your pain. So you had to incur way more pain than others who came early. Dadis checked out before the worst of the Iron Age came, right? But we had knowledge even in the Iron Age, 60s. I had knowledge in the I had knowledge in the 80s, right? And the world was just starting to get Dhammapada, right? Some of you have lived through all of that. You know, born in the 80s, born in the 90s, born in 2000. You've seen the worst of this world. And then you got knowledge, which, you know, order, juxtaposition matters. You know, if you got knowledge sooner than all that horrible stuff happened, you would have been able to stay more detached and not taken in as much pain and suffering. This is why I'm saying to you, at the end of this world now, is so much pain, sorrow, degradation. People have gone literally insane. The intellects don't work. They have no feelings, no capacity for pure feelings. All they do is complain, whine, scream, cry, give sorrow to others. Like, you know, Baba says, scorpions, lizards. All they do is poke everyone like thorns. They don't know how to do anything else. So coming at the end is not good. People think, oh, I'll come back later to Raj Yoga, right? If you don't come now, you're never going to come. And even though you'll come at the end, when everything's going crazy, there's nothing Baba can do to help you.
They have also written such things about that place that Kans, a devil, used to exist in the land of Krishna, that there was this and that Sri Krishna was born in a jail. They have written many such things. What sin did Sri Krishna, the number one prince of the Golden Age, commit? All of those things are told stories. You now understand this because the Father has told you the truth. Only the Father comes and establishes the land of truth. There was so much happiness in that land of truth, and there is so much sorrow in this land of falsehood. People have forgotten all of that. You know that you will establish that land of truth by following Srimad, and you then become the masters of it. The father explains, by following this Srimad, you can claim a high status. You children know that you have to study and become Sun Dynasty emperors and empresses. Everyone wants to attain a high status. Everyone continues to make effort. Very good, firm devotees keep a picture with them so that they are able to remember that one again and again. Baba says, keep a picture of the Trimurti with you, and you will also remember that again and again. By remembering the Father, we will go into the Sun Dynasty clan. If you hang a picture of the Trimurti up in your room, your vision can fall on that again and again. Through Baba, we will go into the Sun Dynasty clan.
Yeah, you can have pictures in your room where you do your meditation, and then just for an odd time refer or look at them, and it'll get you thinking about knowledge.
Then, as soon as you wake up in the morning, your vision will fall on that. That too is a type of effort. Baba advises you. Very good devotees make a lot of effort. They keep a picture of Sri Krishna in front of them so that as soon as their eyes open, they remember Sri Krishna. For you, it is even easier. If you're unable to stay in remembrance easily and Maya is troubling you, then these pictures will help you. Shiv Baba is making us into the masters of the land of Vishnu through Brahma. We are becoming the masters of the world through Baba. By constantly remembering this, you can receive a lot of help. Baba gives this advice to the children who feel they repeatedly forget. Keep a picture in front of you, and you will remember the Father and the inheritance. However, you mustn't remember Brahma. When a couple gets engaged, they don't remember the agent. Remember Baba very well, and Baba will also remember you.
So once your teacher introduces you to Baba, your effort is to remember Baba. You can ask your teacher for help, but you don't remember your teacher when you're in trouble. You remember Baba, right?
Mm-hmm.
So same way, you don't remember Brahma, you remember Shiv Baba.
He's the matchmaker. You don't remember the matchmaker. Remember the one you're engaged to.
But it's a little different with Brahma because Brahma is now combined with Shiv Baba. So there's nothing you tell Shiv Baba that Brahma Baba doesn't hear.
He's many roles.
It's just Brahma Baba's not going to input any opinion of his own. He'll only share what Shiv Baba would say anyway. So either way, you're going to hear the same thing from either Shiv Baba or Brahma Baba.
Remembrance begets remembrance. You now know the occupation of the beloved. There are so many devotees of Shiva. They continue to say Shiva, Shiva. But that is wrong. They speak of Shiva at Kashi, that he is the Lord of the world, and then they speak of the Ganges. They go and sit on the river banks.
No.
They don't understand that the Father is the ocean of knowledge. Many foreigners, etc., go to see Benares. There are many big river banks. However, the temple of the Father of all still attracts everyone. Everyone goes to that one. The temple would not go to anyone. The deity idols at the temples attract people to them. Shiv Baba also attracts everyone. Shiv Baba is number one, and then Brahma and Saraswati are the second number. Vishnu. Brahma and Saraswati together make up Vishnu. Vishnu then becomes Brahma. Brahmins then become deities of the land of Vishnu. Deities of the land of Vishnu then become Brahmins. This is your business. We are now becoming deities, and we therefore have to show the path to others. All others take you into the jungle. You lead everyone out of this jungle and into that garden. Shiv Baba comes and changes thorns into flowers. You also do this business. Only you understand these things. There are no kings or queens to whom you could explain. It is remembered that the Pandavas didn't receive 3 feet of land. Their father was powerful, and so he gave them the sovereignty of the world. That same part will be played again now. The father is incognito. Sri Krishna cannot have obstacles. The father has now come, and you have to come and claim your inheritance from him. You have to make effort for this. Day by day, new points continue to emerge. You can see that when these things are explained to others at an exhibition, there is an impact. Everything has to be done with the intellect. Is there a greater impact made at an exhibition or with a projector? When you explain at an exhibition, you can see their faces.
Mhm.
The projector, you got to
He said
have
this
a
the other day.
dark place. You explain to them, if you understand that the God of the Gita is the Father, then make effort to claim your inheritance.
It's not just a dark place. He's talking about personal contact and interaction. Dark or light, it doesn't matter. You're speaking directly to another being. In the projector, it's just a
To the
narration
mass
going on.
audience. Yeah.
It's not personal.
You have to give 7 days to this. Give this to them in writing. Otherwise, as soon as they go outside, Maya makes them forget. It has entered your intellects that you have been around this cycle of 84 births and that you now have to return home. You have to become Satapradhan from Tamopradhan. Keep these pictures with you. They are very good. Even Birla and others do not know how or when Lakshmi and Narayan claimed their fortune of the kingdom. Birla is a wealthy
Industrialist.
Yeah.
Philanthropist.
Philanthropist who built the biggest Lakshmi Narayan temple in Mumbai and other places.
Out of so much devotion to Lakshmi Narayan, but he doesn't even know who they are. He spent millions and millions of rupees.
You know this, and so you should experience great happiness. Take the pictures of Lakshmi Narayan and quickly explain to others how they claimed their status. You have to use your intellects to understand and explain all of these matters. The destination is very high. As are the teachers, so accordingly is the service they do. Baba can see who are looking after the centers according to their stage. Everyone has intoxication, but the conscience says, if the teachers are good, a lot of service will continue to take place. Not everyone can be clever. Not everyone can have the same teacher. Whatever happened in the previous cycle, it is happening now. The Father says, continue to create your stage. This is a deal of every cycle. It has been seen that everyone is making effort exactly as they did in the previous cycle. Whatever happens, we say that it also happened in the same way in the previous cycle. There is then that happiness and peace. The Father says, while doing everything, remember the Father. Let your intellect's yoga dangle there, and you will experience a lot of benefit. Whoever does this will receive the reward for it. When you do good, what you receive is good. Everyone has been committed to continuing to perform bad actions because of following Maya's dictates. You're now receiving Srimad. Do good, and good will done to you. Each of you makes effort for yourself. Whatever you do, you will receive the reward of that accordingly. Why should we not have yoga and continue to do service? Your lifespans will increase by having yoga. We will become free from disease by staying on the pilgrimage of remembrance. Therefore, why should we not stay in remembrance of Baba? If this is right, why should we not do that? This knowledge is absolutely easy. Even small children can understand and explain it to others. However, they are not yogis. Make it firm that they have to remember the Father. Let those who feel that they repeatedly forget keep the pictures with them. That too would be good. When you wake up in the morning, as soon as you see the pictures, you will remember that you are claiming your inheritance of the land of Vishnu from Shiv Baba. The picture of the Trimurti is one of the main ones. You now understand its meaning. No one in the world has such a picture of the Trimurti. This is very easy. Whether we write it or not, everyone understands that establishment takes place through Brahma and that sustenance takes place through Vishnu. Acha to you, sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children. Love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bapdada. The spiritual father says namaste to you, spiritual children, and
The spiritual children.
Namaste to the
to the spiritual father. Essence for dharana number 1. Be careful that you are never defeated while boxing Maya. Create your stage by being aware of the previous cycle. Remain happy and peaceful. Number 2, in order to be good to yourself, follow Srimad. Break off all relationships with this old world. In order to be safe from the storms of Maya, keep the pictures in front of you and remember the Father and your inheritance. Blessing, may you make the Father's property your own by churning it and receive the blessing of a divine intellect. Churn all the treasures you receive from the Father, and they will continue to merge inside you. Everyone has received the same property, but those who churn it and make it their own have the intoxication and happiness of it. This is why it is said, grind your own ingredients and you will be intoxicated. Those who remain intoxicated by churning them cannot be pulled by anything or any problem of the world. They automatically receive the blessing of having a divine intellect. Slogan: in order to finish any problem in your mind, increase your decision-making power. Om Shanti. Avya signal: do not think that you always bow down anyway, and yet no one has any respect for you, or that there is respect for only those who don't bow down and who tell lies. No, that is only temporary. You must have a far-sighted intellect. The poor people you bow down to now, that is, the more humility you have, the more all souls will then bow down to you throughout the whole cycle. In the golden and silver ages, their kings will not physically bow down, but they will bow down mentally with that regard for you. And in the copper and iron ages, they will physically bow down. Om Shanti.